Nursery Agents, 5:40 a.m. November 28th. As I was saying downstairs, ponder this. If you don't believe some of these things I'm telling you are real, if you've already found out telepathy is real and implantation is real, and they were all denying that forever and saying I was psychotic, and then you found out I wasn't, ponder these weapons I've been telling you about. They're neurophysiological weapons. Bet my life those are real. They're satellite weapons. Those are real. And no, it's not an electrolysis laser. Maybe they created one to cover up the tech they were using, but ponder their environment. They're all measure up boys. They're all one up boys. They're all in this technological penis measuring competition. You don't think one of them, because they're egomaniacs, you don't think one of them finally, was trying to one up someone or show off his technological penis and put a fucking gamma radiation satellite in space. I mean, these guys are like that. They're literally one up boys, and they're like these psychopaths trying to measure up to each other and getting in these technological penis measuring competitions. I, I mean, I never tested the radiation, but they were definitely firing something at me. They called the gamma radiation satellite, and they were even making some excuses about that I may get cancer, and it was my fault because I didn't move, but I would move. I stayed up for a year at one point, so that's actually a debate and an argument that goes on. They bitch about there's always people who don't want to compensate me because I quote may get cancer because of these gamma radiation satellites, and then there's some person who says he's the smartest one. He was always moving, and then this other one's always been out of shape about it. Then there's another one who gets all bent out of shape by this jazz. But yeah, they started using tech on my brain out of the blue to disrupt this. But ponder these things. These people they just did witness tampering. But then they turned it off kind of. But they had witness tampered just now. But ponder the environment. They're in this technological penis measuring competition. They're one upping each other. Look at the tech. I mean, I could assure you, the things I heard definitely, they were definitely threatening me with cancer often. They definitely were talking about their gamma radiation satellite. I could definitely see these guys putting up a gamma radiation satellite in space to measure, to one up someone. And it's not an electrolysis laser. That's another lie they like to use. Or say, oh, it's just an electrolysis laser, electrolysis satellite. They may have those, and maybe they put that up to cover up their gamma radiation satellites. They lie about how many satellites they have in space, so that's another hustle. They love to cover up one technology with other technology and use that as like a distraction technology. So be wary for that. But I mean, they did something to me they call a halo at one point. Well, it's just some crazy shit. No clue what it is. Right when they were doing it, it felt like a halo. They did something weird. But there's something called a halo. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but there was something they did, and it felt like a little ring around my cerebral cortex one day, and it got real hot. And I didn't move for a few seconds because I was like just trying to ignore these people. But then I was like, maybe I should move. So then I moved. But yeah, typically I'm moving and getting away from these people and sleeping from rooms. And they actually try to justify if you like go to sleep and they're firing weapons at you. They actually think they're justified because you didn't move. It's like, are they fucking retarded? Yeah, no, people shouldn't be firing satellite weapons at people in the privacy of their own home. That's absolutely crazy. And if you don't move or if you're sleeping, it's not your fault. It's the U.S. government's fault. And any government allowing fucking psychopaths to put WMDs and radiation weapons on satellites and put them in space and fire them at citizens. It'd be their fault. Not the guy who was sleeping and didn't move or the guy who didn't even know it was real or not. Yeah, it'd be the government's fault. But yeah, get to the bottom of their technological penis measuring competition. They love to make up lies. They supposedly some kids there's supposedly a satellite camera that can see me in my room as well. And I ask them what kind of radiation is it. I mean, it can see through the roof, the ceilings, the walls of my home. they get really weird about it, and then they even put up fake blueprints, and when they did or fake plans for the satellite, and fake components of it, etc. They're using tech on me big time right now, trying to witness tamper. But I was saying, if those are real, ones, someone take these blueprints or these diagrams or this list of all the different parts and manufacture a satellite in the image and likeness of this document they claim what their satellites were made of for this satellite camera. And then they immediately took it down and tried to cover it up because I was going to say, make a satellite with those sorts of instructions and then see if it has the same functions. And then they took it down and tried to cover it up. But, I mean, this satellite that can see me in my home is using some form of radiation. You can't typically image through, think of x-rays and imaging the human body, for example. Think of that too. I'd get to the bottom of it. Their satellite cameras may not be safe as well. I mean, they were trying to trick people out of some fame whore at one point, and one of these satellite cameras is for the, quote, fame whore punishment. So, I mean, they get really worried when I talk about these people cooking me alive with their satellite camera. So that's another piece of this. So, I get to the bottom of that too. Because they do have some satellite camera for some fame whore punishment, whatever the fuck that is. But, I was never the fame whore. I went to med school, not acting school or music school, and I just played guitar as a hobby, like I played chess as a hobby. Like if I don't play chess because I'm going to become a famous chess player. So I'm not sure what these crazy people are talking about, but, I'm being held hostage by these terrorists. When are they just going to prison? And I'd get to the bottom of their satellites. And I can assure you it's not just an electrolysis laser, because the caliber of some of these lasers have a radius of this big. Some of them have an even bigger radius. So, or not lasers, these beams. They have beams and lasers. Electrolysis laser, I'm pretty sure, is pretty small caliber. Then take up a large radius. And if you look at the remote sensory monitoring, if anyone has it, and look at the heat signatures, you may be even able to tell the radius of some of these beams they'd fire at me.